Now you listen here, Jimmy. The only way you're gonna save yourself from those nightmares is if you stay a virgin to those horror picture shows they're showing down at the theater. You stay away from those films, you hear? I don't know, Tom. I kinda like those movies. You know, they give me kind of a thrill you can't get from those hot rod ones you're always watching. I don't care about the nightmares. I love them.
Welcome back, everyone. It's your host, Daniel, again, here with my buddy Matt.
What's going on, guys?
We are recording our Christmas special here. We decided on the movie. He has not seen Krampus yet, so we just put him through the trailer. What do you think?
I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a little fucked up movie, which is well, just straight up our alley. So,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know. I like the whole concept behind it, though. The whole opposite of Saint Nick, instead of being all jolly, he's like this devil-looking creature that's taking people and killing people and shit.
Yeah.
Imagine just seeing that shit coming down your chimney.
Oh, dude, especially I love you saw they show him on the roof. He's like this big freaking goat-looking thing.
Mhm.
That thing's creepy. Krampus is scary looking, and the idea of Krampus him coming in and just stuffing kids in bags and being like, "All right, deuces," taking kids. And you saw too in the trailer some of the the monsters that they're gonna have. It's pretty cool.
It looks freaky, like the clown-looking dude, the clown-looking monster, or whatever.
Oh yeah, you'll see.
That wasn't that dude. That shit was. I was like, ooh.
yeah. There's some pretty wackiness in there that I think you're gonna like. I also gotta say that I loved when it was back when we were living closer to LA, and we would go to Universal the horror nights at Universal, and they did Krampus, and it was freaking cool, dude.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, there's one room it's it would feel cold in the rooms because it's you saw in the trailer it's all winter and shit, and there was even parts where there's what are they called, gingerbread cookies, and you would go into a room and it smelled like gingerbread cookies. Universal always did so good at making you feel you were in these actual things.
I went for the Insidious ones.
Oh yeah, dude.
Scary.
Insidious are good movies too.
I love that franchise,
dude. Me too. Those are terrifying.
That and The Conjuring. The Conjuring, the first one, actually, when I first ever watched it in theaters, it scared the shit out of me.
yeah, those are good. It was funny because I like all the Conjuring movies, but I hate Annabelle. I hate The Nun. For some reason, all those spin-offs were fucking trash, and I don't get why they were so trash.
The Nun movie was pretty shitty, but I don't know, the fucking actual nun, it was freaky to me.
Yeah, she's terrifying.
She's scary, dude. They did a good job of making her look fucking scary.
Yeah. Well, I'm super stoked to see Krampus. I wanted to do Gremlins, but man, that movie's so old. It's so hard to find people that haven't seen Gremlins yet, and everyone we know pretty much has seen Gremlins.
Oh, dude, of course. If they haven't, I definitely talk shit. I mean, there's movies I haven't seen that I talk shit about too. I'm like, fuck, I should have seen that. But
yeah.
Gremlins is a classic, dude. Everybody's better watch it.
Is a good. I remember at work the other day we were talking. Everyone's like, "What's your favorite Christmas movie?" And I'm like, everyone's like, "Oh, I like Santa," or Santa Comes Home, or I don't remember. Everyone was talking different movies, and then I'm just like, my favorite Christmas movie is Gremlins, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that is kind of a Christmas movie, huh?" I'm like, "It is a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. That's a Christmas movie."
There was a movie I watched, and they were talking about Die Hard as their favorite
Christmas movie. Yeah, I love that one. That's definitely my. If not my first, my second favorite, because Gremlins is probably got to take that number one spot.
Yeah, for sure. Gremlins is a classic. I still might even be down to watch that still.
Oh, we'll probably watch that on Christmas just because we're gonna be hanging out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Krampus is gonna be good, dude. I'm stoked to put you through it. Like I said, I remember I went through that maze. For some reason, the line was super short. We went through it more than once. It was that we liked it that much.
Nice.
And there's some cool stuff. Some of the monsters in this are still the old school animatronics, which I liked, or at least they look like it. They definitely do add computer generated crap, and it's still pretty good, but they do a fair share of animatronics, and it makes it look and feel cool. I don't know why I always think that ends up looking better than CGI.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. Because even in you look back at Jurassic Park, the originals, some of the CGI dinosaurs look freaking cool, and it's badass. And then nowadays, it's almost entirely CGI, and you lose that. I mean, yeah, it looks good, and it looks a little bit more real, and they can do more with it. But there's a lot of stuff you lose by making it computer generated versus having something physically there, with animatronics,
right.
You'll see in this movie. It just makes it scarier in a sense, I think, at least.
I like the concept more too. I agree 100%. I remember one of the first times I ever noticed real bad CGI on a movie that I actually really was loving up to that point was The Hobbit and the Battles of the Five Armies.
Oh no!
Actually, when the elves they all looked fucking hella animated, dude, and I was like, you killed it.
Yeah, that sucks because then you get removed from the movie. A good movie when you're watching it, you're drawn in, and you lose the concept of you're watching a movie, that it feels more like an experience.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
then when they have stupid shit like that, or yesterday we were watching the Bond movie, and that movie flaw stuck out to me.
Oh, dude, that sucked. I
Yeah.
didn't even catch it until you
Yeah,
said it, and then I
and
was like,
stuff
what the
like
fuck?
that sticks out to me, and then it ruins it. You're like, what the heck? That's so
Mhm.
like it's so obvious. Like, how did the directors or whoever was the editors not realize that this was a huge fuck up? Like, I was watching this morning when I was chilling in the room. I was watching Django Unchained again, and one of the big things is like in the first scene when they're at the bar,
Mm.
he's like drinking his beer, right? Well, because they do so many takes, his beer like is like changing levels. Like at one scene he'll have like a full beer, and then like he takes one sip, and then like the beer is like almost empty, and then in the next sequence like it's all the way full again. It goes up and down, and it's
He
so
was getting drunk.
yeah, it was so irritating. I'm like, dude, come on, like that's something big. Like, come on, Quentin. Like, you couldn't like either like have him not drink the beer or something, or I don't know. They could have just made it so like it wasn't, because stuff like that sticks out to me. Like even in like Shutter Island, there's a lot in Shutter Island, and that's why like that movie's hard for me to go back to, because I see shit and I'm like, come on, man, that's so fucking obvious. Like, why is that? Why is
Oh,
that
yeah.
happening?
Dude, I bet you those directors be getting fucking hella fucked with over stuff like that. Because you're
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to be making all this money on this great movie, and then everything's going good, but you can't just fix these little flaws. You can't
Yeah, and
go
then
through and review it.
and it burns that, it takes you out of that, like I was saying, it takes you away from the experience and the focus on the movie, because now you're just focused, you're dialed in on this mistake, and
Right.
then it breaks your focus like of the experience you're having in the movie, like.
100%.
And then once you see it, you're just like, well, fuck, this is a movie. Like, and it's, I don't know, it's just so obvious. Like, I wonder like if these people, after they release these movies and they're going back and watching it in theaters or like wherever, and they're just like, ooh, I fucked that up. Just like when Game of Thrones, I think it was last season, remember the Starbucks coffee cup on the table? Dude, like, come on, dude, like, really?
How do you get a Starbucks in that century?
Yeah. And then there's a movie where it's called Glory, I think it is. It's about when like the slaves were joining the Union and they had their own regiment. There's a scene where they're all cheering and stuff, like they're all like about to go to war, or to a battle, I mean, and they all put their hands up, and right dead center there's a guy wearing a wristwatch, like
Oh my
like a
goodness.
modern day wristwatch, and I'm like, what? Like, that is so freaking obvious. Like, nobody said, they didn't think to be like, hey, nobody wear, like, costume department didn't, like, when they were fitting them in Civil War gear, being like, yeah, you need to take off that digital watch.
Yeah, right.
Like,
That's
what?
completely costume design's fault.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one's cool. When I know this conversation started with us talking about animatronics, and one
Right,
thing
right.
too I like is like we've talked about it before. We love, like in the Feast movies, how people can create a monster
Mhm.
and have fun with it and like
Mhm.
build something cool. So with this being with animatronics, like they really had to work to make like a living creature, to a certain extent.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Versus like computer generating it and going poof, it's on screen now.
Yeah,
Versus
laziness, dude.
Yeah, it is laziness. I mean, it's definitely hard. I could see it's harder work, but it, again, we were talking about, it removes that experience when it's shit CGI, or it's like super obvious that it's like computer generated. Like there's some where like they mix CGI with the animatronics and it works. It makes you don't. There's parts where you can't make that connection. Like, oh, what is that? Was that CGI or was that animatronics or real? Like, and
Yeah.
and if you blend them, it blends really well. I think this movie does a pretty good job at blending some of it. Of course, they do some things where they have to stay heavy with CGI, and it still works. You'll see the movie; it's pretty good. I liked it. It was not like a movie that I revisited a lot, but like it's a good movie to watch for Christmas.
Hell yeah, especially for horror movie virgins.
Yeah, hell yeah. So you ready to get it? You
Yeah,
wanna
dude,
get
let's go watch this shit.
All right, cool, guys. We will be right back. It'll be a minute for you or a second for you, but for us, we're gonna go take off, watch the movie, have fun, and yeah, hopefully we love it.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. We'll come back.
And we are back, guys. Matt, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed that one a lot. The ending was just trippy for me. How it obviously is spoilers alerts.
Oh yeah, spoilers are on the way, guys. You know the drill.
But the ending when he actually did capture him and they put him in like a snow globe, I guess, and has this collection. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
that was a twist. I thought it was a dream the whole time.
Oh yeah. I liked the ending because like it's super cheesy. Like they drop him, he drops him, and then he wakes up the next day, and you think like, oh, Krampus like spared him and his family, and then like there's that reality hits that no, they're like stuck in that snow globe. Like no, Krampus is still just like a brutal like beast. That's
Hell
just
yeah.
like fuck you. Like
He even laughed at him. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's not good.
yeah, I really too like. I liked a lot. Like dude, the costume design and the animatronics on
Oh,
everything,
uh-huh.
dude, so cool.
Dude,
Those
it was sick.
monsters.
They were like obvious and like obviously like not really too much in the CGI. They were just like straight either
Oh, yeah.
like a robot or a costume.
Oh yeah.
I liked it. I like how Krampus was wearing like a mask too. So
Oh,
you didn't
yeah.
see like his face. It's just like he was wearing a mask too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
all his elves are wearing masks. I like that. That's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, it was dope. Dude, could you imagine having that like Krampus costume, like, and you were just like wearing that shit every Halloween? That thing's like scary looking.
Dude, I would be like, oh fuck. I'd have to get some stilts though because I'm not very tall.
Yeah, dude. That guy, the Krampus was super super cool looking, and then like his like instead of like reindeer, he had like those rams that were like monster rams or something.
100%. That was dope.
Those are cool.
I was totally expecting Santa Claus to come fuck shit up though, low key with like an army of elves or something.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
would've been
right. Like
tight.
you're thinking like it's gonna be like the typical happy ending story where like they're gonna get saved or something. Santa made like you said like when right before he was about to drop him in the hole. I remember the first time I watched it. I'm like, oh, watch, dude, this would be great if like Santa just rolled up and started kicking ass, like
Hell yeah.
like
fucking-
save the day. If Krampus is real, that means Santa's got to be real, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean that's how it works.
Yeah, right.
Unless Santa's not real and there's just this evil dude.
Yeah, that's it. There's only evil Santa, not real Santa.
But he was gonna spare the kid. The kid should have just shut the fuck up. I would have just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he was gonna be like his grandma, where he was just gonna be spared, like to tell the story. But no, he wanted to go try and save the day, and he gets dropped in the hole.
I know. I wonder if they all knew because they didn't seem like they remembered. So I wonder if they're fake or how that worked.
Like the family.
Yeah.
I think they knew because remember, like they're all hanging out, and then like when he sees the bell, they all kind of look at each other, and like it seems like they're all looking at each other with that like realization, like why is that familiar? Like why do I remember that? But like why am I afraid now too? Like they all had like a little bit of fear in their eyes, like why is that bell terrifying me?
Well, they all woke up thinking it was all a dream. Everybody just thought they had a dream and they didn't talk about it.
Yeah, they're like damn. Yeah, everyone's
they
like
heard the
damn, what a
bell.
weird fucking dream.
They heard the bell and they were like, "Oh fuck, it's real."
Yeah. Dude, I love the I think it was cool. Like the only thing that was CGI was like the little what are they called? Gingerbread men.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But even then, like,
They were fucking funny.
dude, that whole sequence was dope. Like they get up there in that big like it's like a caterpillar, but it's the what's it called? The Jack in the Box guy, and he's
Mhm.
like eating the girl. Like that thing's freaking scary.
Dude, I was like, well, what the fuck? 'Cause his mouth looks like they kind of stole that idea from its mouth though.
Oh yeah,
From
yeah.
It looks like the same kind of like when
Yeah.
he opens his mouth, it's all sharp teeth and goes this way, and you just eats people. Totally reminded me like a scene from It.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember when we did the Universal Horror thing. There was like one of the rooms had that thing. You come in and it's like around the edge of the room, so that thing's like sitting in there trying to grab you. It was cool.
Oh, I would have been like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah, because you know, like it's movie. Have you been to Universal Horror things?
I've been to Horror Nights. Yeah, I've never been to like actual Universal. I only went there for Horror Nights.
Oh yeah, same here. I've never been to Universal Studios like unless I was there for Horror Nights.
Yeah,
but
dude.
I love when you go there and everything's like movie quality, like it
Mhm.
looks real. So like when you see Krampus and it's all like animatronics and costumes, and then you go through the maze and then you see exactly what you see in the movie, which is cool.
I want
Because-
to go. It makes me want to go to fucking Horror Nights.
I know, man. It was fun. Like, there's a lot of mazes when you go to these things that really like stick out in your head, and Krampus was definitely one of them. And that's why, like, when I go revisit the movie,
Mhm.
like certain scenes that, of course, like you've seen when you go to the mazes, like certain scenes get remade in
Mhm.
these mazes. So seeing the movie, I'm like, oh shit, I remember that. I remember that part. Like,
Oh fuck! I'll bring back flashbacks and shit.
Yeah, hell
Like,
yeah.
No.
yeah,
But-
like when he comes down and he breaks through the, what's it called, the chimney. Like there's like there's like a part 2 where like he comes out through the chimney, like when you're going through the maze. It was really fun.
Oh, like the actual Krampus.
Yeah, they had,
oh,
and it did the same thing. Like it's a guy dressed up and he has like that mask on, and of course the elves.
nice. The little elves are cool. Dude, that's why you gotta have guns though. Oh, there's just,
Yeah, dude. I mean, they were locked and loaded a little bit, but man, 9 times out of 10, you watch like a horror movie and you're sitting there and you're like, man, see, if all they needed was one guy with a pistol.
Dude,
Like,
that's fucking. Well, then again, you get fucking overkilled like the new Halloween. That dude got fucking lit up and he still didn't die though.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
would've
but
been like,
that's
what the
sick
hell?
though.
I
Yeah,
would've-
that's like you seen A Quiet Place too, right?
Yeah.
So remember when, like, in the beginning, when, like, the monster's, like, ripping through town, that cop comes out with the shotgun. He starts blasting him. I thought when we were watching it in theaters, I looked at Nelly. I'm like, see, that's why I would die day one because, you know, we're locked and loaded. If, like, there were monsters, I would be out there like, pop, 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 pop. And obviously it doesn't do anything. So the cop ended up being dead. But I was like, that's exactly why I would have died in
me
that
too, dude.
scenario.
I would have thought a gun solved the problem. I would have been like, shit. come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it worked. Like they were blasting through some of those like dolls and shit, and it was kicking ass. But like, it doesn't work for everything. But
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know unless you don't try.
yeah. I mean, shit. I would still shoot him.
Yeah,
Ask
exactly.
questions later. Shoot first.
Yeah, I remember we went hiking, and then like we were worried about like bears, and then like we had just seen a movie called The Ritual, and I think that also has like a Wendigo in it, like from the movie Antlers, basically like one of those monsters. And we were talking about like, oh, like self-defense, like for hiking, because out here like you have to worry about bears, like you have to worry about getting eaten alive when you go hiking out here.
Fuck yeah.
So we were like, what happens if like it's a creature like that? I'm like, hey, if like there's a monster or something in these woods while we're hiking, and I try and defend us with like my firearm and it doesn't work, then it deserves to have me. There's nothing. I mean, I don't want to. If I can't kill it, then I don't want to even try to survive it. Like,
That's the alpha predator at that point. Dude.
yeah, because that'd be terrifying. Me trying to survive in the woods, like knowing that there's no fucking hope besides me just getting to safety. Like that sucks.
9 times out of 10, though, whatever you got, you could shoot it. Whatever it is, you could shoot it. Even a bear, dude. Like they say, a 9 won't put down a bear. I'm like, if I unload that whole clip into a bear's like torso and head area, he might not die, but he's gonna fucking either go down or run off. He's not gonna keep charging.
Yeah, probably not. He's probably not gonna. He's gonna be in pain. He's gonna be like, oh fuck this. I'm not gonna, just like look at what are they called? Freaking porcupines. They know pretty well to not fuck with a porcupine 'cause that shit hurts.
Dude, yeah. I seen a video of a dog that had his whole like mouth.
Poor thing, dude. Dude, those quills are brutal too, and they're barbed. And I was seeing I forgot what show it was where like this lady had one in her shoulder, and it like I guess it can keep going deeper and deeper because of the barbs, but I don't know how that works, but that's crazy. I never seen a porcupine. I've seen dead ones on the highway, but
yeah, I wouldn't want to run into one. I'd be like, I want to know what to do.
yeah, I'd be like, how far away can I be before I get fucking poked?
I turn into Alice in Wonderland, dude, and just start fucking hitting it with a golf club.
Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. Do you have a favorite part at all for this movie?
Let's see, a favorite part. I don't know. I enjoyed what was his name? Harold. I enjoyed him a lot. He was funny. He's a funny guy. I don't know. I think when he was looking through the fridge and she was like, "You can get your leftovers," and he's like, "Beer it is." I was like, "Oh, that's fucking funny."
He's like, "We're stuck here with no food. There's plenty of leftovers. Beer it is."
Yeah, I enjoyed that part. That part was pretty fucking funny. Or the kids just all at the beginning of the movie, the kids causing problems, starting to fight.
Oh yeah, I know we were talking about like those kids like reading his letter, dude. Like as a parent, like I don't know how you can sit there and let your kid be such a piece of shit. Like, what?
Dude, I would have shut that shit down. And if it's not even my kid, I still would have shut it down. If it was like my brother's kid was talking shit to my kid, I would have been like, "Are you gonna handle this, or I'm gonna snatch his little ass up?"
Yeah, exactly. Like either I'm gonna beat your kid's ass, or you better beat your kid's ass because this is inappropriate, rude, and like it's just disrespect. They were being disrespectful. That poor kid.
Dude.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let nobody punk my kid, especially in my own house.
Yeah, exactly. We're having you over here for the holidays. What the fuck? You're gonna bring your kids over here to bully my kid?
Yeah,
like,
I got mad. I was like, cool. And then he wants to be like, oh my god, he goes save her at the end, try to run off and save her. That's why he died.
Yeah, I would have been like, hey, remember when you guys were being dicks to me at the beginning of this whole scenario?
Like Krampus, drop her fucking ass, dude.
Yeah, throw her in that pit.
Hell yeah, that would have been dope.
Dude, that whole sequence with the like with the toys is always my favorite, just because.
Oh, that was nice,
dude. Those things are freaking scary looking too. That was cool.
The little nutcrackers coming to life and shit. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
She died painfully.
Oh yeah, and the little like grandma when they're like, oh, dude, yeah.
Dude, that was sick. It was a sick movie though. Probably one of the better horror movies I've seen in a cool little minute.
Yeah. So. And I think part of it too is like what we talked about with like a lot of the CGI that removes you. Like this kind of like was pretty much in it. Like it's things that'll stick out to you too. Like when there's like the movie The Thing. Have you seen the John Carpenter's The Thing?
I want to say I have. I've seen It Follows. The Thing sounds like one of those. What is it about?
It's about like these guys. They're like up in like not Alaska, but up in the Arctic somewhere, and then like there's this like alien that can like replicate what they look like and stuff.
They found a dead one or something in the cave or whatever.
Yeah, so they like that one. The John Carpenter one, the one from the 80s, is so good. Like where like you have such good visuals that they stick with you, and that's what this movie reminds me of. Like with the that big old caterpillar Jack in the Box. Like that's something that's gonna stick in your head like forever.
Yeah, dude.
Or
Hell
even
yeah.
Krampus's face alone, like it was like a man's face, but like
He's
like Santa.
a goat. Yeah, or like a devilish Santa.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he looks like. Dude, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the visuals. I enjoyed the acting was pretty cool. Like they had some like B actors, like some
Yeah, yeah.
B movie actors, but it was still good. They did a good role.
Oh
They
yeah.
all did their part the right way.
I felt like it was kind of almost like I would say kind of like a horror comedy too. There was a lot,
Mhm.
cause
No,
a
it
lot
is
of
a
the
horror comedy.
yeah, a lot of those actors are all like comedic actors
Mhm.
too.
And they were funny even during all the shit going down. They were still cracking jokes.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
just got attacked by a fucking Christmas cookie.
Dude, I loved when the last one's like charging at him and the freaking dog eats
Yeah,
it.
the dog eats it, and then the dog goes and fights with the Jack in the Box. I'm like, that's why you need a big dog, dude. That little fucking
Yeah,
shit ain't
little-
gonna do nothing.
Yeah, he's a little what was he like a little English bulldog or whatever.
Yeah, well, unless you got a big dog that's from Oxnard, then he's not gonna do nothing either.
Yeah, because this was freaking Django over here. Just his ass would have been hiding like, oh, what's in the attic?
I can totally see that. And I show him a video. I'm like, look at Jangle, this little dog's going to put in work. Come on.
Yeah, this dog's going up there to save the day. You're over here. You'd be like, fuck that. I'm not going, fool.
Yeah, fuck. Does he bang?
Yeah, does he bang? Dude, this is literally how Django would be, dude. My dog's worthless, dude. Any
Except for
horror-
when he's good at getting in the way. in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
dude. Oh my god, dude. Trying to just maneuver around this freaking dog. He's like, I'm like, dude, you have the whole when we would go hiking and shit. Like, he still gets in your way. I'm like, dude, you have this whole freaking forest. Like, and you have to stand right in front of me. Like, what the heck are you doing, dude? Like, this dog is always in the way. This would be worthless in a horror movie, huh, Django? You suck.
Did that dog die in the movie? I never seen what happened to the dog.
They don't
just
really
kinda
show
left
you.
it.
Yeah, you just hear him like fighting and then like, whimpering and shit. Up.
So he died, yeah.
I
he
guess.
died.
Yeah, he probably
didn't show
the thing ate it. Yeah.
Ah, that's crazy. They're so in horror movies. They never want to show like an animal, like a dog get killed. Like they think that that's brutal, but they'll show people getting like gutted open and all this
yeah.
crazy shit. But God forbid you see a dead dog.
Oh yeah. Which Feast 2 doesn't hold back on. Remember,
Oh,
she
yeah,
blows
dude.
that dog apart with the shotgun.
Ooh, dude. Wait, was that in Feast 2?
Yeah, the second one right at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did too. One of the cool things I liked about this, it wasn't like really like a bloody or like violent movie. Like, and it still was good. Like,
Mhm.
the only thing that was like, I guess you could say was like when the first girl that dies is like she's underneath the car and like you don't see it. You just see like the car thrashing and her screaming, and then in the attic when that Jack in the Box creature is like eating the girl and you just see her legs like sticking out and that's it. But even then,
Mhm.
like that, it made it really good. Still, like
No, it was really good.
that movie, I don't even think is rated R.
Reminded me of like again. I don't know why I keep referencing it, but because it's not bloody at all, but it's still scary as shit.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's what I like. Like, I know in interviews when they talked about the original franchise for Halloween, like they didn't want to make it like a bloody movie and it worked out good. And I like when you can take a movie or make a movie and you don't have to pour buckets of blood and it still be good. Like you can still be a good horror or scary movie
Mhm.
and you're not focused on gore or violence, which is definitely a big part in horror, which makes horror a little bit good because like as people, like when there's like a freaking car accident, everyone wants to see what happened. Everyone wants to
Yeah.
see someone get hurt or be hurt, but they don't admit that. And they said, "Oh, that's not why I'm looking." Like, what the fuck you looking at? Like, why are you
Yeah.
looking? Like, what do you expect to see? So when you see horror movies or action movies, like just in general where there's violence and blood, you're seeing things that you would normally not see, and it's like
Mhm.
kind of like a taboo that people don't want to admit that they're watching it because they like it. And like a lot of horror movie freaks like us, like will admit, like, yeah,
I love that shit.
yeah, I love that shit. And this was a good movie because like it doesn't do that, but it does enough to like still make it enjoyable. And I love when movies do that.
Yeah, people don't want to admit that they want to see all the bloodiness, but they don't have a problem admitting that they like horror movies. It's kind of like porn. Nobody wants to know what people look up on their porn list, but everybody watches porn.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, we got in a conversation kind of like someone at work was talking about something like that they were like their person with, and then we're doing it. I'm not gonna try to burn anybody out, but and then I was sitting there, I'm like, I would never come to work and be like, yeah, me and Nelly, blah blah blah. Like that shit stays between us, but
Yeah,
like,
hell
but
yeah.
like, it was just funny. I'm like, that's crazy, dude. I mean, like, there's like, of course, everyone like jokes, like, there's you can crack jokes about it and shit, but like, I would like because then like people are sitting there and they're like judging and stuff and they're talking. I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, shit. Nelly and I do that all the time or something. Like, you know, sitting like there's things like that, and I'm just like, damn, dude, I don't know what the heck people are thinking coming in the break room while it's packed and start talking about what you do in the bedroom. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
I'm not very open about that kind of shit with
Yeah,
people.
same here, man.
I can't.
I can't.
My homie will tell me like, damn, dude, my girl did this, and I'm like, that's cool. That's your girl, dude. Dude, that's
Why
between
you-
y'all.
yeah,
dude.
why you
the
telling
fuck you need to tell me?
Yeah. And that's like we were saying, like this idea of like people like don't want to admit like what they like to see, like with porn, not porn, with oh my god, with horror, like people don't want to say like, yeah, I like the violence or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they do, like a lot of people do though like to be scared, and that's the thing. They like to watch these and they like to get scared of those jump scares because it is a rush and it is so fun. Like I love when a movie can actually make me jump because movies nowadays don't make me jump.
Dude,
that
me either.
much.
They're so comical.
Yeah.
It's hard. The last time I jumped was like either when one of the Conjurings came out, maybe. Like
Yeah.
probably the Conjuring 3 is like the last time I.
Did you see the new movie that they did, Malignant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That one was I enjoyed that one, but then as soon as like the face in the back of the head came out, I was like, oh, what? And then it just kind of looked like weird.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Like the scene when they were in the police station shootout scene.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of crazy.
It was dope, but like I like the whole way it was shot was pretty like poorly
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, again, like we were talking about, like the James Bond movie. Like you got trained professionals that are, but they can't shoot one person. It's like the same thing with that. Like they're all police officers.
How'd you feel about that movie?
I liked it.
I liked it. It was just that one scene pissed me off.
Yeah. So for like that too, like I know we talked about the Conjuring movies and we've talked about Ghosts, but like, is there like a certain thing, like movie that, or not movie, but like spirit or creature or monster, like or slashers, like what scares you the most? Like, is it like what is it?
I gotta say the scariest thing I've seen like in a while, like Michael Myers doesn't really scare me. Like those kind of slashers they're not that scary. But man, that for some reason the nun was freaky, dude. The nun scared the shit out
So
of
do
me.
you think like ghosts or spirits and shit? Is that what?
Like the real
That's what
scary
does it
looking
for you?
ones, like not regular like spirits. Like I'm not scared of like a ghost if they just look
Yeah.
like a fucking person. But when they look crazy, like how the nun does, yeah. Then
That's
yeah,
pretty
those
good.
ones freak me out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, mine for sure. Like, is 100% like alien movies, but not like xenomorphs or like where they're creature features kind of thing, but like alien abduction movies. Like,
Oh, that shit is scary, dude.
dude, that fucks with me heavy.
Mhm.
Like those really bug me. Like I have a couple that I have in my collection that are I find them hard to watch, and they're scary. I remember one of them I have on the TV here, and like I remember I've seen it before, and it was when Nelly and I first watched it, and we're watching it and we're sitting there, and like those movies terrify me, and like we're sitting there, and I could see she was getting scared, and like it's so funny. I literally told her, I'm like, if you want we can turn it off, but in reality it was me that was like, this is fucking scary. Like, and that scares me. I think what it is too is like with those alien movies, it's like that something can come into your house and take you, and you can't do anything about it, and like
The lack of control.
and I think that's part of it. And like they can take you, do whatever they want with you, or even in like, you hear people that like, I was abducted by aliens back in the 30s, blah blah, and everyone thinks those people are crazy, and yes, they might be crazy, but what if they're not?
Yeah, what if they're telling the truth
And
and
that's
everyone's just
fucking-
like, oh, fuck it.
And that's what scares me. Like if that happened to me, like tonight, if we go to bed and then we wake up on a fucking spaceship and that we're getting fucked with, and then we wake up in the morning and we're in our beds,
No one's going to believe us.
no one's exactly. They're gonna think we're fucking psycho.
I'm going to come to you first and thinking it was a dream. Like, dude, I had a crazy dream, and you're going to be like,
Yeah.
were we on a spaceship? I'm like, oh,
Do you want to
shit.
hear a scary story?
What?
Okay, so because that's what scares me. Like I went camping. Nelly and I went camping up in back when we were in California, and my dad had a roof tent on his truck, and it was opening day for trout up north, like near Mammoth Lakes, and
Nice.
so we in that area. I forgot what county. It's Inyo County. Inyo County. And we were going up.
County.
Yeah, we went to go up there for opening day for trout, but we went out the day before, and Nelly and I were gonna camp. Like we up there, you just like go to where the off-road trails are. The plan was just disappear in the back, like we're in the woods somewhere where no one could see us from the main road. Sleep overnight, like just camp for one night, and then in the morning hit the lakes for fishing, hit a couple of them. Really have just a good time trout fishing, and then jump in the truck, go home. Like,
Right.
quick, easy trip. I forgot how many hours the drive is, but it was going to be fun. So we do that, right? We get up there, and then, like, in the middle of the night, I wake up, because I hear something like outside, and I look out like the little window to my right, and I swear I see something like running like towards like the front of the tent. I hear it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I grab the gun, and I'm sitting there, and I like am pointing at the front of the tent because I felt like the truck jar a little bit because that's what woke me up originally, and then I feel like the truck jar, and like I'm like sitting there, I'm like, and I'm dead silent. I'm like sitting there like, what the heck is that? Like something just ran up to the front of the tent. But it's it's up a ladder up on the roof of the tent, like over the bed of the truck. So like it's not like you can just go and open it. Like they have to climb up the ladder. So I'm sitting there, and like this is all real. I'm sitting there, and the zipper starts to slowly zip, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I go like, hello? I'm like, I have a gun. And then right when I say that, the zipper starts like going super quick, like they're trying to get into the tent. And I go to like shoot, and then next thing I know, I wake up in the morning. It's the morning, and I was like. And I wake up, and first thing I do is I roll over and I look out the window. It's daylight now, and I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?" I was like, "What the heck?" I look, and Nellie's in the bed, like or not in the bed, like in the tent. She's passed out, and I'm like looking around, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I'm like, "I just had like the craziest dream, but it felt real." And it felt so
You
real,
got abducted,
dude. And that's what pissed me off because I'm like, dude, those fucking alien abduction movies fuck with me. Like, what if that was it? Like, and I could be crazy. It could have just been a dream, but it felt so fucking real that I was like, dude, I got fucking abducted last night. Like, maybe that's what happened. Like, and it was crazy because I mean, nothing ever came from it after like that, but it felt so real, dude. It like bothered me like that whole time we were there like making breakfast. I had my head on a swivel and I was looking all around the forest, dude. So I'm like, dude, how the fuck am I supposed to like it felt so real. I'm like, how am I gonna recover from this? Like, it was so real. Like, did that actually happen? Am I tripping? Did I have a very vivid dream? And it bugged me forever. It still bugs me now to like to know that
Yeah, I would. I'd
that,
be
that
like,
happened,
fuck
dude.
that.
So now whenever we go camping, like I love camping though, but I'm always like I don't like going with like I mean we'll go just us, but that's rare. We usually try to go with like a group of people so
Yeah,
something
yeah.
pops off.
That's
like,
better. The more
yeah.
people, the more better, dude.
Yeah, it makes a better horror movie too.
And one of the ones that also one of the ones that really scared the shit out of me was like the ones where like it's like a first person view. So like as above, so below.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit
yeah. Those like camera
fucking-
angle ones.
Yeah, dude. Like as above, so below really fucked with me, dude. I
That's
was
a
like,
good
holy
one
shit.
too, dude. That's a really good one.
I really like that one, but it hella fucked with me, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's like one of the ones I have. It's called It's called Phoenix Forgotten, and it's one of those, and it's about alien abductions. And have you seen it? Dude, that one fucked with me. That was the one I was talking about where I was like with Nelly, and I was like, "You want to turn it off?"
That
She's
one's
like,
I saw it one time. I almost didn't even make it through the whole thing. I was with my brother. He's like, "Oh yeah, we gotta watch this movie, dude. It's so scary." I was like, "All right, whatever, bitch." And then I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude, no, it's freaky."
Dude, those are scary, man. And those definitely are like the things that fuck with me. And then like what is another good one? Have you seen the Blair Witch Project?
No, of course.
Yeah, so like that one gets shit on a lot. When I first saw it at the end, I actually was scared. Like I was like really bothered when I first saw that the first go around. And everyone's like, "Oh, you don't even see anything, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, but you don't have to see something. It's supposed to be scary because like
You feel like you're there.
yes, exactly. You feel that you're there, and these kids like supposedly went missing, and they're like, and this was what they found. So that means the last thing that, because like in real life, like there isn't always that monster there, but there is that malevolence there, and that's what like in that movie you see like that. Like remember you heard the story where like, oh yeah, he would put one kid facing the corner, and then go kill another one, and then trade him out like that. So when she goes down there and the guy's standing in the corner, just facing the corner, and she starts like screaming, and then the camera drops, that's her dying. Like that's basically what happened. Like she was in the corner.
Yep.
Like, and that scared the fuck out of me the first time I watched it. I had to like look it up and find out that it was a hoax.
Yeah.
But when I first saw it, I'm like, oh my god, that was real. Like that's scary.
You could
like,
fool somebody, dude.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, my brother was like, "Oh, dude, this shit's real. Like this is a documentary about what really happened to her." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I know. And then like I remember I showed somebody came over and watched it with me, and we were watching it, and they were like, "Oh, is that like did that really happen?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because that's part of the lore of like be in these movies. Is like what makes it scary." And then my mom freaking ruins it. She's like, "No, it was just a hoax." But I'm like, "But why would you say anything? Let them go figure that. If they want to go look it up on their own, let them. Don't be the one to ruin it for somebody else."
Yeah,
because
dude.
you just that movie was terrifying until I found out it was a hoax.
100%.
And the same thing with there's another movie that has to do with alien abductions. I don't want to ruin it, but it's like where it's like a footage movie where they're showing the actual footage, and then like it plays and
What
they
one's that one, like the Third Sense or something?
I'll tell you that. I don't want to ruin it for these guys because Blair Witch has been out. But that one was like, it was so well done. I 100% believed it, and everyone I watched it with 100% believed it. And of course, it's an alien abduction movie, so it fucked me up royally. And then again, my mom ruined it, watched it, and it bugged the shit out of her. So she went and did research to find out if it was real, and then she told us, "Oh, it's not all. It's all made up story." And I'm like, "Why would you? That movie terrifies me. Why would you ruin that? Like, or for anyone, like, why would you ruin the like mystique of what makes that such a scary fucking movie for anyone else? Like, because now I can watch it and I still get terrified just because those movies fuck with me. But like now when I watch it, I know like, oh, like this never actually happened. That isn't real footage. Blah blah blah. But and it sucks because those movies can be fucking terrifying.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm freaking. Everybody always makes fun of me because I always be the first one to notice shit. Like when it's nighttime and if there's something in the sky that's like stands out, it's like that's definitely not a plane. That's definitely not a helicopter. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And everyone will be like, you're tripping, man. What is what? I'm like that, and then like I'm like that thing in the fucking sky.
You guys don't see this thing that doesn't belong.
Yeah,
like,
and then they look and they're like
paranoid.
They look and they're like, oh no, it's just this, it's just that. I'm like, the fuck it is.
Yeah, like you're really calm considering that I am not calm, and that thing is terrifying. Like, what the heck?
There's been only a couple times, but I swear, dude, like I don't know if it's UFOs. It might just be a plane, but like it's just a funky looking plane. Yeah, or a satellite, just looking funky, and I'm just like, that does not belong there, dude. Everybody's like, you're tripping. I'm like, no.
Yeah, we used to have like a what's it called? A telescope, and we were in my backyard looking at the moon, and as we're looking at the moon, like we're taking turns, and as I'm doing this, like black, it looked like a plane. I don't know what it was, but it was a black dot, and it flies directly across the middle and leaves like a trail of black smoke across the moon. So I was like, something just flew across the moon, and everyone's like, no, I don't believe it. I'm like, look in there. I'm like, there is literally a line it left, and sure enough, everyone's looking, and they're like, oh, I do see it. I'm like, they're like, I wonder what that was, and it probably was just like a plane, but like you're saying, like, dude, it's freaky when you see things like that in the sky, and you're like, what the heck was that?
Yeah. There was one time, dude, where I thought it was a plane, but I don't know if it was, and it just kept getting like brighter and bigger. And I'm telling everybody, I'm like, dude, look at that shit. We're driving, my homie's finally just like, oh, and he looks, he's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, dude, it's a fucking like meteor or a rocket or something. We're about to fucking die, dude.
Dude, when I lived in Oxnard, we were coming home, and out of the sky we see something burning, falling from the sky, like from space, like coming and like going, like it looked like it was gonna land in the neighborhood. I was like, oh shit, what is that? It was all bright, and it ended up being like something from space did, like it was either a satellite,
like a debris or something.
Yeah, it was space debris coming and landing off the coast. But I didn't know at the time. I'm like, dude, something just fucking landed. I'm thinking like Battle LA or something. Again, I was terrified of aliens. Something like, oh my god, we're getting invaded, or like. Dude. But it looked like it landed in the neighborhood. It was so big and bright. Ended up like they said it landed off the coast, and it was just something big. But it looked like it landed in the neighborhood, and because there was no explosion, I was like, dude, something just fucking landed on the beach, and like we're about to, like, aliens are here.
I always find out afterwards too what it is. Like they'll be like, oh, SpaceX launched us something. It's always fucking SpaceX for some reason. But
yeah, because Elon Musk is trying to get back to the lizard people.
Yeah, right. He's trying to colonize Mars again so he could go home.
Yeah, he wants to get back home.
Share some of that money with me, dude. I need to build a home. Shit, I'm fine with living right here on Earth, dude. Just give me something nice.
Yeah. Or give me one of your Teslas.
Yeah, fuck, dude, I'll sell it.
Yeah,
I don't need a Tesla.
I would sell it in a heartbeat. I mean, it would be cool to drive it around a couple days, but I would sell it.
Sell it, buy a truck, use the rest of the money for whatever the fuck, pocket the rest of the money.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got any final thoughts on this movie? We kind of
started
rambling.
We got way off topic.
Yeah.
Here, but no, that's pretty much. I've been shit. You know, aliens, ghosts, and Krampus.
Yeah. Krampus is it's definitely a good movie. It's not one of those movies I rewatch all the time, but it's definitely like one I like to go revisit.
No,
like it's pretty.
I enjoyed it, dude. It's not one of those ones where I was like, that fucking sucked. There's been some movies, dude, where I would like walk out the theater or something. I'm like, this is garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, it's my only gripe with this Krampus movie is it is so slow building, and then it's super quick, and then it ends. Like there's no like I guess the formula for like horror movies too is like they're like a little bit here and there, like, you know, like with slashers. I always go back to slashers because that's like one of the big things for horror I think of is like there's a lot of stuff that happens where like it takes or even creature features. This is more like a creature feature if anything, where it's like, oh, they had 12 people in that house and everybody gets either eaten, taken away, like right towards the end, all at once, like one big sequence. Like no like oh,
It doesn't
like
lead up to it.
yeah, like remember when the girls went upstairs and then they got taken,
Mhm.
like by the Jack in the Box thing.
Mhm.
Like that's the kind of like horror movie formula where they're like, oh, I'm gonna like separate myself from the group for some stupid reason, and then I get taken.
Yeah.
And then another
That's typical
person
shit.
does that, and like they did that a little bit. They all broke up and started like dealing with their own problems, but only one girl got taken. And then you're like, okay, cool. Like now there's gonna be more. And then out of nowhere, all the elves come in and just fucking take everybody else. Like then that was quick, and then it's quick and overdone. And you're like, okay, well nothing happened the whole movie until that final sequence.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like how they executed that either.
Yeah, but even then, like yeah, that was my only gripe with the movie. But besides that, like A+.
Yeah,
It was still pretty good.
It was good. It's definitely on my list of good. It's on my good list, you know.
Yeah, it's good. Good. I mean, in Christmas movies, there's a short list of like Christmas horror.
Oh yeah, very short. What was that one where they visit their grandparents for Christmas? Is that a Christmas scary movie, or they were just visiting their grandparents? But it wasn't
Which
even
one?
their grandparents. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It was an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a Christmas movie or it was just wintertime.
It wasn't a Christmas movie.
Oh, okay.
But I know what you're talking about. That movie scared the fuck
The
out of me.
twist on there was like, what the fuck? Get in the oven.
Y-
You get in the oven.
Yeah, you get in the oven, you old bitch.
What the fuck? We're about the same size.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that's a good movie, dude. I forgot about that movie. I actually have it in that movie collection there. But yeah, that movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one scared me. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. This was fun. We definitely got off topic and rambled a bit, but
It's always cool to do that though.
Shit,
I'm sure they want to hear some stuff too. They're
yeah, instead of just talking, this movie was good, blah 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 blah. Like it's good to get off this topic a little bit, ramble, even be like, have you seen this? No, have you seen that? It's fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you guys will be seeing Matt more or hearing Matt more. He's definitely going to be my second co-host with my other friend that's going to be jumping in here hopefully soon. Haven't talked to her in a minute, but it sounds like she's almost ready to go, and we're going to get her in here pretty quick. So we'll have her and Matt here as my co-host. So I'm really excited to make that announcement for you guys. And yeah, have a good one. Stay safe, and Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.